Welcome to Fitking TV. Get the latest celebrity gossip and captivating stories. Subscribe now for your daily dose of entertainment. Let's get started. The movie You, Me, Forever, featuring Maurice, Sam and Sonia UCHE, captivates audiences with its powerful portrayal of emotions and relationships. The film blurs the line between fiction and reality, with the actors' performances being so genuine and heartfelt that it doesn't feel like you're just watching a story unfold on screen. Instead, it feels as if you're witnessing real people living through real experiences. Their authenticity draws you in, making every moment in the film resonate deeply, as though you are a part of their world, sharing in their joys and struggles. This connection makes the movie more than just entertainment, it becomes an experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. In the movie, Sonia UCHE portrays a humble and hard-working local shopkeeper, going about her day in a small, close-knit community. Maurice, Sam, on the other hand, takes on the role of a wealthy man who is used to a life of luxury and comfort. One day, after an intense workout that leaves him tired and thirsty, Maurice happens to walk by Sonia's shop. Seeking relief from his exhaustion, he stops by to buy a bottle of water. As he approaches the shop, his appearance is slightly disheveled from the workout, which leads Sonia to assume that he might be a struggling core member, perhaps someone just trying to get by. Seeing what she believes to be a young man in need, she decides to show him a simple act of kindness by offering him the water for free, without expecting anything in return. This moment of generosity marks the beginning of their unexpected connection, bridging the gap between their two very different worlds. Maurice, despite his wealth and the comfortable life it brings, faces constant challenges at home. He lives with siblings who are far from supportive. In fact, they often go out of their way to create problems for him. Their behavior makes his life difficult, as they seem determined to sabotage any happiness he tries to find, even going so far as to interfere with his relationships. In the midst of this turmoil, Maurice finds a sense of peace and escape in the simple act of visiting Sonia's shop. Her shop becomes a refuge for him, a place where he can momentarily forget the troubles that await him at home. What makes these visits even more special is the fact that Sonia treats him with genuine kindness and warmth, not because she knows who he is or what he has, but simply because that's the kind of person she is. Unbeknownst to her, Maurice is a wealthy man, yet she sees him as just another customer, someone who may need a bit of understanding and compassion. This allows Maurice to feel accepted and appreciated for who he is, rather than for his money or status, making his time spent at Sonia's shop a rare and precious comfort in his otherwise complicated life. Over time, Maurice and Sonia grow closer, forming a deep and meaningful friendship. Their bond is built on mutual respect and understanding, with each of them finding comfort in the other's company. Sonia, in her humble and unassuming way, enjoys Maurice's visits to her shop, appreciating his kind nature and the conversations they share. She has no idea, however, that Maurice is quietly doing more than just being a good friend. Behind the scenes, he is secretly helping her financially, using his wealth to support her without her knowing. Maurice, who values Sonia's friendship for its sincerity, doesn't want her to feel indebted or treat him differently because of his money. So, he keeps his assistance hidden, allowing Sonia to continue seeing him as just a friend who enjoys spending time with her. This hidden act of generosity shows the depth of Maurice's care for Sonia, as he seeks to make her life a little easier while preserving the natural, genuine connection they have built. As their friendship deepens, Sonia decides to step up in a bold and unexpected way. Recognizing how much Maurice struggles with his troublesome siblings and how they constantly complicate his life, she takes it upon herself to help him in a more direct manner. Sonia makes the daring decision to move into Maurice's house, but she doesn't do it as just a friend. Instead, she pretends to be his fiancée, hoping that by doing so, she can help him manage the chaos his siblings create. Maurice, surprised by her initiative, decides to go along with the plan. What follows is a series of interactions between them that are both humorous and heartwarming. Living together under the pretense of being engaged brings out a playful side in their relationship, with the two of them often sharing moments of laughter as they navigate the challenges of maintaining the charade. As they spend more time together in close quarters, their affection for each other begins to grow, turning what started as a simple ruse into something much more meaningful. Maurice and Sonia find themselves developing deeper feelings, making their pretend engagement feel more real with each passing day. This new dynamic not only helps Maurice manage his siblings but also strengthens the bond between him and Sonia, bringing them closer than ever before. Just as Maurice and Sonia start to settle into their new, comfortable routine, an unexpected complication arises. Maurice's ex-girlfriend suddenly reappears in his life, bringing with her a wave of tension and uncertainty that disrupts the fragile peace they had managed to create in the house. Her return stirs up old emotions and memories for Maurice, making the situation even more complicated. The presence of his ex-girlfriend creates an uneasy atmosphere, not just for Maurice but especially for Sonia. Sonia, who had begun to feel more secure in her role as Maurice's pretend fiancée, suddenly finds herself feeling threatened by the return of this woman from Maurice's past. The ex-girlfriend's intentions are unclear, but her arrival makes Sonia question her place in Maurice's life. The tension in the house grows as Sonia becomes increasingly uncomfortable, sensing that the bond she and Maurice have built might be at risk. Feeling unsure and vulnerable, Sonia begins to doubt whether she should stay, fearing that her presence might only complicate things further. Despite the growing affection she has for Maurice, she ultimately decides that it might be best to leave, to avoid getting caught in a potentially hurtful situation. This decision is not easy for Sonia, as it means walking away from the closeness she and Maurice had developed, but she believes it is the right choice to protect herself from possible heartbreak. After Sonia decides to leave, Maurice is left to reflect on everything that has happened. As he processes the situation, he comes to a startling realization: his feelings for Sonia run much deeper than he initially understood. He recognizes how much she has come to mean to him and how her presence in his life brought him genuine happiness and comfort. At the same time, Maurice starts to uncover unsettling truths about his ex-girlfriend's motives. It becomes clear that she is trying to manipulate him, using a false claim of pregnancy as a way to regain his attention and control over him. Her deceitful attempt to leverage this fabricated situation adds to Maurice's emotional turmoil. He feels betrayed and hurt, realizing that the woman he once knew is now trying to exploit him through a deceitful scheme. This revelation hits Maurice hard, as he grapples with the dual weight of understanding his true feelings for Sonia and dealing with the manipulative actions of his ex-girlfriend. The combination of these realizations forces him to confront the reality of his relationships and the impact of his decisions, leading him to reevaluate what he truly wants and needs in his life. Faced with the painful truth about his ex-girlfriend's deceitful actions, Maurice decides he can no longer remain passive. He musters up the courage to confront her directly, addressing the false claim of pregnancy and exposing her manipulation. This confrontation is emotionally charged, as Maurice expresses his disappointment and anger over her attempt to deceive him. The confrontation is also a crucial moment of clarity for Maurice, as he sees his ex-girlfriend for who she truly is, without the cloud of past feelings or illusions. Having dealt with the fallout of this confrontation, Maurice realizes that he needs to make things right with Sonia. Driven by his newfound understanding of his feelings and the deep connection they shared, he sets out to find her. His journey to reconnect with Sonia is filled with urgency and hope, as he is determined to mend the rift that has come between them. When Maurice finally reaches Sonia, their meeting is both emotional and heartfelt. The issues that once separated them are addressed, and they both come to terms with their feelings for each other. This reconciliation is not just a return to their previous friendship but marks the beginning of a deeper, more committed relationship. The way they come together again implies a romantic resolution, suggesting that their bond has evolved into something more meaningful and enduring.